Have to usually loosen up the bottom just a little bit. Tops are usually pretty tight. We do all the toms usually by ear, but like the kicks we use the tension watch and all that, so where we can keep those pretty equal.
Right.
And the snare, yeah, crank out of it. He's got a couple of muffle pads in the kicks. He uses 2 in each one. Just keep them velcroed into the bottom of the kick and as close to the head as possible. Though the toms are all open. The only one that hits any kind of muffling is maybe you'll get about a small little strip of tape about that long on the snare. Yeah, the sample pads just for intro, outro, and like some of the interludes between the songs. He does have the rhythm watch, but he doesn't like actually like have the click anywhere. He just watches the light just to like set the tempo for the song.
Right.
We're all set. I love the finish. I think it looks awesome, really. It's got a nice attack to it.
I have a mic inside the kick drum, and it's closer to the the beater head more than normal, I guess. Yeah, getting both kick drums to be the same sound is pretty much the biggest challenge.
I'm definitely part stereotypical drummer, you know, and I have no problem with that because that's what I am. I'm a heavy metal drummer, you know. That's the music I love. That's what I've always loved to play. However, I love just being a drummer, period, which is why I'm so into other kinds of music aside from what I play. So when I'm home, I still have to keep my metal chops up because I don't think I can take a month off and then be ready to go out on the tour. This next time around, I really would like to spend a little bit more time trying to just work on some different basic jazz independence and stuff like that, just to maybe just make me think outside the box a little bit in terms of, you know, how I phrase things and stuff, you know, because we're going to start writing a new album. So I need some sort of influence to
take you somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because, you know, as an artist, you hope that at least each album you'll evolve in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot better. You do what your body tells you to sometimes. The days of having a kit, like my old days when the kit started over here and ended over here and was up here, those days are gone. And a lot of it too was even with my doctor, you know. Got to bring things where you're not stretching for stuff and bring cymbals lower so you're not, you know, you're not extending that shoulder up. The normal snare drum that I use is a bell brass of some sort. I'm using the Warlord now. I used the 6.5 for a couple of years. I used the 5.5 for a year. I think the bell brass is the best snare drum made, period. I have 3 of them and I love every one of them. Because they all have a different characteristic, but they're all just, balls is the only word. It's just, they're the mightiest snare drum that you can get. They're real specific sounding drums because they don't sound like either one of those 2 prior kits. They don't sound like the maple, they don't sound like the birch for given reasons. With the toms, I'm still experimenting. So now knowing that they respond better to a lower pitched tuning, I want to go home and try different Remo heads with the drums to see if I can discover another potential that these drums have. Because I've only done 2 tours with this kit. And I really think that I haven't really discovered its full potential yet. The The bass drums, I've got those locked in, and,
Yeah.
they sound great because they have the nice low end punch that I'm looking for, but they still have the attack.
Right.
So that's exactly what I was looking for.